Oh, guess what? You know what?
What?
The audience doesn't know. I went and saw Taylor Swift in Vancouver.
You made it sound like you were going to do like a pregnancy announcement. No one knows yet, but it's a big deal. You went to see. So are you now a Swiftie?
No. But I do like her. And I thought like my favorite parts of the concert were her doing like just her voice and acoustic, not all the poppy stuff.
Mm-hmm. Were you impressed with how physically fit she was?
Yeah, she was. She danced like for 3 hours.
I have a friend that's like, you would not think would be a Swiftie, and if I try and speak negatively about Taylor Swift, he's like, Dave, have you seen the Netflix documentary? She sings all of her songs while running on the treadmill. Can you do that? Can you do that? Feels like there's a big push towards Taylor Swift's fitness and workout regimen.
That's pretty impressive. Although I don't think she sang the whole time when it was poppy. I feel like
she's got background noise.
Well, she's background, and then she like lets the audience sing a lot
while she catches her breath. Like, she made $2 billion on this Eras tour.
I believe it. The line to buy a $60 T-shirt was all the way up the arena, and then they even sell merch in hotels around the city because they know the line's going to be that long. Okay,
but do you think she's really that good, or is it just that popular, and so there's a bunch of followers that are like pseudo into Taylor Swift?
I think she is an exceptional songwriter. I think she's very good at songwriting.
Yeah.
And I like all of her songs.
I also like her songs.
But I do feel like you can get caught up in that craze. Like, I would never buy a $60 T-shirt normally.
Allison, you flew all the way to Vancouver to watch her.
I got caught up in the craze.
Yeah. All right, wait, we have a live stream. Well, by the time this airs, the members only live stream will have already aired.
Oh, okay.
Because we're doing it early this week. Mm-hmm. But join the membership only, or join the PSYCH membership, and you can join the membership only live streams. Okay, ready?
Mm-hmm. I mean, Kody helped me move.
Really?
Oh, wow.
Weird.
Yeah, but was he...
Nice.
Was he?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think the acting needs to be improved. They've clearly talked about this before, and they're like, how's Kody? Really? How was he?
So why didn't he excuse himself instead of waiting for you to pull the trigger?
I don't know.
I do.
She represents the voice of the audience, this girl. So why didn't he excuse himself earlier?
Ever since he has married Robyn, for me, he has wanted nobody else. It's like he didn't really care for any of the others. Or you.
True.
100% right.
Anybody who tries to say that I favored Robyn with time or anything like that is just going off of a recency bias.
I do feel like Kody has taken like a psychology 101 class and is just trying to like shoehorn in as many psych terms as possible. Now that didn't really happen. Recency bias.
We've heard the same term though. He's got to expand his vocabulary.
Yeah. And just recency bias is usually a shorter term than the last 5 years.
He needs to read the glossaries of the Psych 101 of it, and then he'll have more.
What's not to miss, Meri? Like,
I would
you're an
agree.
incredible human. I think you'll always be in his heart.
I would agree. That's probably why he was crying.
This does not feel like a warm lunch. I think he's already started to miss you. That's why he was crying. What's not to miss, Meri? Right? It's like
I'm bored by this conversation.
This is such a canned conversation. This is totally prepped and rehearsed.
He always said that the only reason why we lasted as long as we did was because of plural marriage. He probably lasted longer because he didn't have to be around as much.
I'm struggling. I'm having a hard time with so many things in this lunch. Okay.
Me too. You go first.
Okay. I love the fact that Meri has friends, and I love the fact that they're there to support her. I don't like that it feels totally fake to me.
It doesn't feel like a fun lunch.
Second, I am struck by how I think real it is what Meri is sharing. Meri is in her 50s, and she's not been on the dating circuit ever, and I'm sure she has a tremendous amount of insecurity. And then I'm struggling with the sort of pseudo-therapist vibe that's going on here with these two women who are like trying to give her guidance, and I just want them to connect with Meri, not be in an advisory role. I have one last thing. I also just feel like I have to say Kody is a massive asshole to be saying things to her like that. The only reason why we lasted as long is because of plural marriage. You know, we would have divorced faster if I had to be around you more. Like, he has done a serious number on her confidence. Okay, those are my thoughts. What do you think?
I think you hit all mine. I think you hit them.
That's it?
Yeah. I'm distracted by this conversation.
What are you distracted by?
They're just like, these women are bothering me. I don't know why. I feel like it does not seem like a fun lunch, and it feels like we're rehashing the same thing.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense. There's a lot that doesn't make sense, but I just go with it. I think that there's a way that Kody and I could have figured out our relationship and our marriage.
Why are you playing this game with yourself? You know he is not interested. Just revisit the last 4 seasons.
Well, it's just a recency bias.
The vulgarity of the idea of you with 2 husbands or another lover sickens me.
Doesn't she look so naive there? Like that when they flash back, she just seems like this woman that's like never seen the world, and she's hanging on every word that Kody shares.
So when I married Kody, my mom and I picked out my dress. My mom made it for me. My mom made my wedding dress for me.
So sad that her mom worked so hard to make her dress, and like the way she talks about that dress is that she
Yeah. It was this drab thing.
It was so awful. Didn't fit me well. I hated it. It's really important for my mom to be at my
mom made it so sweet.
It absolutely is. Picking the right one, finding the one that really works for you, makes you feel special and beautiful. It's a big day to get married.
Such a contrast, you know, Robyn hanging off the wall and looking all hot, and the next one is Christine in her mom's sewn together outfit.
Everybody be okay. You don't think that? You don't?
I've never seen it work.
Really?
I don't know anyone happily married in polygamy.
I totally agree. With what the women are saying, I totally agree. Totally.
I'd be the fun wife.
I think you would be a disaster in a plural family. Really? You would be the worst. You would be so... I don't know if you require some attention, you know? Not that I don't like to give it to you, but you will not be ignored. The idea of you having an emotion and then just stuffing it, or like the idea of you being uncomfortable or afraid to share what you're feeling, that is not a problem that you have. Actually, I would like to, if you got a little bit of a dose of that.
Are there monogamous husband and wife that are completely happy all the time?
I'm happy all the time.
Never a fuss or a fight?
Nope. Especially over this sweater.
Okay, but can I just say, just real quick, yes. Can I say, though, that it's an odd comparison. There are many people that are in monogamous relationships that are exceptionally happy with their spouses. Like the naivete on Meri's part to think that everybody in every relationship is dissatisfied, I think it's a startling worldview.
Robyn and Kody seem very satisfied with each other.
They did until the other wives left. Now Robyn's like, oh, God.
I'm stuck with him. Meri, don't leave.
I mean, and honestly, I got to the point where I was like, okay, like we're here now. Can we just make our family work?
She's grieving the loss of the relationship, and she's grieving the loss of her entire worldview. That's you know what I mean? There's a lot going on that she has to grapple with. Yeah. I think it probably feels to her like she has been living a mistake for her entire life. And how do you know, and God, how sad is that to think, and it does happen in monogamous marriages, but the idea is devastating to me to think that you would prefer to just make your family work when, by the way, she's got no kids living with her. So she's just like making it work kind of outside of the family because she's so fearful of the world outside of the Browns.
I even hear it now, like you probably would do one more chance. There's a point where they don't deserve the chances.
So boring. Meri, this is so boring. Can we move on?
Are you tired of the women's discussion here?
Yeah, this is so, like, how many times do we have to really move on?
Have a little compassion. She's grieving. It's just the grief process.
Go on. Oh no, she's probably not going to do that. I was going to say, go on Tinder. But then I was like, oh, that's probably not for her.
Before I was even engaged, I immediately started looking at wedding dresses.
Your vagina looks really nice.
Yes, it looks like a vagina dress.
This show I'm struggling with this show. First, it's half an hour on a fake conversation with her friends. And then we're going to move right over into Christine's vagina dress.
So boring.
He's gonna first see it at the altar so he can cry, right? He's gonna cry. Yeah, yes.
Did you cry at the altar for me? You never cry. You're not in touch with your emotions.
I don't have emotions.
I know.
It looks like a vagina dress.
Yeah. Vagina lace.
You're right, I wouldn't want that. Random flowers.
Let's hope he can fight it without that. He can. It's like an arrow.
Fine.
I don't mean to be a prude, but it's just a bit much for me.
David, no, it's not.
It is.
This is your favorite topic.
I do not want my stepmom to tell me how my dad is able to find her vagina. Thank you. That's what just happened. The girl said, I think Dad would like that, seeing your vagina. And then Kel McKelty's like, well, hopefully he can find her vagina. And then Christine goes, don't worry, girls. Daddy's found it. That's what just happened. It's too much.
You're a prude.
Well, actually, of all the dresses, this incorporates all the things you've been talking about. If you just add that little bit of a deeper plunge, I like the off the shoulders.
Janelle is so supportive.
She's so supportive. And you know that Janelle's like, get me out of here. This is stupid. It's a waste of time and money. Get me out of here. But she's supportive.
I'm sort of dealing with a little bit of identity issues, going, where's my future? It disappeared. So, having to think about that a lot.
I feel bad for Robyn. I know everybody has a hard time with Robyn, but I feel bad for her because I think
she's stuck with him.
I think that she maneuvered her way into this situation, but I don't think her intention was to destroy the family. I think she wanted to be number one. I think she facilitated this, but I think she is now going like, oh my God, what does my life look like now?
You reap what you sow, though.
Yeah.
She sowed this.
But I don't think she intentionally sowed this. She intentionally positioned herself with Kody, but I don't think that she thought that she was not trying to disenfranchise the other wives. She was trying to elevate herself above the other wives, I think.
Yeah, but she was so comfortable being number one and letting the other ones be neglected that she reaped what she sowed.
Yeah.
So
right,
she's okay with like the narcissism of her being number one and not nobody else getting what they needed, and so yeah, of course she just wanted everyone to be unhappy while she was happy. I would like that too sometimes.
Career-wise and that sort of thing, if I want to be a part of like a Christian community, I just really miss that.
It's like such a sweet conversation. I just want to have some friends in church. Mm-hmm. The idea that they have to have like this family conversation so that they can. So sad. Just want to go back to church to have some friends.
Like have a community. I want to start dating guys who kind of believe the same thing and have the same like life goal as me. So
there feels like there's too much anxiety in this conversation. I want friends and I want connection And then Robyn's like, yeah, maybe some girls could be, some girlfriends. And then the other one, like, I like the Buddhist stuff. There's a lot of like angst here that you would not think would be required in this kind of conversation.
I know that they're interested in dating, a guy that has similar beliefs, but I'm like, hey, shouldn't be the reason why you're at a church.
I think Robyn is not right there. Like, I think they're doing the right thing by being like, we want to date people, and like that would be the best place to meet people that they want to date, because they know that they're all there for similar reasons. So, I mean, as well as making friends and stuff, like, don't you think, like, if you want to meet people, you should do the things that you like to do, and like go to a tennis meetup, and then you meet someone that's interested in tennis, like you are. So I do feel like they're making some smart decisions. I feel like I wonder if this conversation gets resolved today, or it's just a conversation that goes on and on forever with these girls wanting something that never happens.
Well, so I agree with you that absolutely, if you want to find a partner, you should do things that you want your future partner to do, and that's how you're going to find the partner. I think you're right. And I agree with Robyn also that you should not join a faith because you want a man from that faith. That's not a good. I understand from Robyn's perspective that's not why you embark on a spiritual journey. But I guess I disagree with Robyn's. I don't think that that's what these two girls are saying. She's not saying I want to join a church so that I can find a boyfriend. She's saying I want to be part of a community that aligns with me. And in that community, I'll have friends and I'll have a boyfriend and but I don't think that this is not just, I want to find a hookup that's Christian.
Trying out and seeing which feels right.
Yeah.
There's lots of different types. Brianna's asking about just finding a church. This is kind of going to be probably a big conversation.
Hold on. Are they both in college? Why is Robyn involved in this conversation at all? Can you imagine being 19 or 20 and being like, hey, Mom, can you help me find a church?
Man, I've been in a dark place a little while, and I'm in a place in my life where I will remain the Maverick because I don't want to wear the brand, but I do believe in Jesus.
What does he say? What does he...
It's just, he's just got this world and this idea of who he is. I'll be the Maverick because I don't want to wear the brand.
What is he trying to say there?
That he's a satellite bull. He's not with the crowd of people, but he still believes in God, but he's gonna be far away.
Okay.
Plotting his own path.
I like it. The frosting's a little too sweet for me.
That's what we're gonna do naked.
I like.
Did you just say we're doing naked?
What?
What did you
Come on. My dear.
I also didn't know what it was.
I didn't know what it was, but I feel like I was able to come to the right conclusion about it.
We call that a context clue. But I also didn't know what it was.
Last one is German chocolate.
I want to lick also the plate, and I want.
The storyline of this wedding is too long.
Will you make me a carrot cake? I really want one now. I feel like a carrot cake.
Okay.
Next time on Sister Wives.
We're gonna have an engagement party.
She's been engaged for 2 seconds. She's been dating him for 10 seconds.
I thought that was underwhelming. It was just there's two storylines. One is a fake conversation with Meri, and then dress shopping and cake shopping.
The only positive out of it was now I really want to go eat cake. I love cake.
Guess that's positive, yeah.
Will you make me a carrot cake?
Yes. Okay, like, subscribe, all those things.
But seriously, will you make me a carrot cake? And join our membership.